So how is it everyone that's friends with Togi gets their life completely destroyed?
I'm more worried about these younger guys hopping on steroids because they look up to someone like Sam, well, obviously on gear, then they might be more tempted to like hop on gear themselves to be like the role model that they look up to. You can do it healthy, naturally. It's like baseball.
200 texts a week. ECG, 500 sales a day. It's a trend.
So some of you little TikTok mongrels might remember the general Nate Udy from TikTok. What has happened to him in the last 6 months is truly mind-blowing. Like, the downfall of this guy is something that needs to be studied. And honestly, I think it all has to do with the fact that he's Togi's roommate. So Nate used to be a young, fairly attractive guy, had a great hairline, great jawline. He even did a bodybuilding show. Unfortunately, his original TikTok, The General, got taken down, so I can't find the videos from his first show to put up. But what I can say is he did have a lot of pretty good content back in the day on TikTok, going back and forth between compounds to compare side effects on them, taking people's cycles, rating them, trying to help out and educate the community. This all culminated with him culminating in him getting a sponsorship with Research Chems. Now, that site was promoted quite a bit last year. It's kind of died off since then. Modern Aminos has kind of taken the forefront now with most of the influencers you see online. But he was doing a good job of marketing for them, educating people on peptides, and giving out free content in terms of educating the SARM goblins on how to not take real steroids. Eventually, he kind of pivoted into more serious gear and everything else. Once he'd done his first show, he'd put the content out there transparently. He admitted he didn't have the best build, but he was really working hard to improve his physique. All this culminated in him building the Anabolic University course that he made at the end of last year. And that was his big pet project. And he was going to try to take his pretty light coaching services and move it up to a full course to give to people and monetize to help his bottom line. It was around this time he met a very specific character that a lot of you might know. And as soon as he moved in with this guy, his life took a downward spiral sharply. As you can see, he went from having a full head of hair, chiseled jawline, looking like a pretty young, attractive male, into being completely strung out, shaved his hair, and is on the Britney Spears path to degeneracy at this point. And I don't think it's a coincidence that this is happening because he met Togi and now lives with him. As you can see from some of their YouTube videos and other videos on TikTok, they both have crippling gambling addictions that lead to them losing all their money. Now, I don't know how much of this is them playing it up, but at this point, with how much they've been losing on camera, I'm talking 150K at a time. I don't doubt that they are broke now. And somebody was saying that Greg had made a video of Togi asking him for 100K to be wired because he was out of money.
Can I have $100,000 though?
Like, Togi, I know you know how rich I am, but I don't just give away $100,000 just for fun.
Once again, don't know how true it is because I don't know their exact financial situations, but it does seem like it's getting rather dire, considering every time these guys make money, they turn around and gamble it all away and lose it. What's also pretty concerning is the fact that he's now pivoted away from his really good educational content into content that's more edgelordy, and considering his young audience, he's encouraging people to engage in gambling, drinking for 24 hours, and then trying to drive as a 24-hour challenge, and just in general looking completely strung out in a lot of his videos of unboxing.
Joe.
All those were very concerning, and it shows that his character has definitely changed quite a bit. But also something he posted, once again, not sure how true it is, but the fact that he said he took an 18-year-old on her 18th birthday to Mexico to celebrate her 18th is a little bit on the grooming side of things. So you went from being at the top of the world on TikTok, he had like 100,000 followers, and next thing you know, he's got his account deleted and he's doing the Togi strategy, having somebody post all of his stuff across multiple accounts to get more virality, build an account and a presence back up, and he's still getting decent amount of views on his videos, but he went from this educational platform into complete degeneracy within 6 months of meeting Togi. If that doesn't say what needs to be said about Togi's character and how influential he is, then I don't know what does. Clearly, these guys are addicted to the dopamine from gambling, drugs, and steroids, and it's a horrible mix. As we've seen with John Skywalker lately, you cannot keep this up for any amount of time and end up being healthy in the end of it. You might get away with it for a year or two, but this is going to come crashing down into a very serious situation at some point. And these guys are not monitoring their health like they need to be. And it's really a sad situation to see, but I think they're both so far into this and they're getting so much validation from people watching their videos, commenting, and still propping them up that it's not going to end until something really bad happens that really shifts their perspective on things. And it's kind of sad to see because unlike Togi, who really didn't have anything but just building a social media, Nate actually had a platform that he educated on. He offered some coaching services. Then again, don't know how great they were, mainly just gear coaching. But he also had the Anabolic University as an educational platform to educate people and make money off of. He had a legitimate business structure and completely pissed it away to go hang out with Togi, gamble all day, and do drugs. Eventually people get to the point where you really cannot help them. And these guys have been getting kicked out of houses for misbehaving. They go ahead, they'll rent an Airbnb for like $10,000, blow all that on gambling, party, break things inside of it, and then just wreck the whole place and end up with no money back out on the street again. It's that kind of toxic behavior that really should not be promoted on YouTube, but for whatever reason, the algorithm seems to love it because it has very controversial reactions from people in the audience. Now, for the younger viewers out there, you definitely do not want to end up like these guys. You can see he went from having it all to having almost nothing at this point. It's truly a sad story to see, but at the same time, he can only blame himself for what he's done at this point. Now, if you like this content, go ahead, make a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the story. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you want the next topic to be on, because I'm always out there searching for things that are a little more interesting. But as for this one, we'll see you guys next time.